Hello, if you chose the optional lock system for burglar resistance, I'm going to show you here today. First of all, these are your basic components and tools you'll need for installation. You'll need a drill, a 3/16 drill bit, a 1/8 inch diameter drill bit, a Phillips screwdriver tip or handheld Phillips screwdriver. Here is a pop rivet gun with rivets. We're going to show both styles of installation. This is optional. Not everybody owns a pop rivet gun. These are your 5 lock brackets. Here are your sheet metal screws that'll hold those brackets in unless you choose to use pop rivets. And then here is the hitch pin stainless steel washers and hitch pin clips that'll be the quick release locking system that will allow the cover to stay secure yet remove easily in case of an emergency. First, a quick overview of what we're going to be doing. These are the lock brackets that will be mounting to the inside of the window well, and in this size of an egress window well, it requires 5 of these lock brackets that will essentially be mounting just to the inside edge of the well, like so, in 5 different locations. There'll be one up from the back wall on each side, approximately 6 inches. One up towards the middle front radius. One in the very center front of the window well, another one just off the radius here, and another one back towards the wall there. So these brackets do not come pre-drilled because the corrugation amongst the various well manufacturers varies. So you'll have to drill those yourself. So first you need to take one bracket to mark it and then drill your other brackets the same way. You're going to want to be approximately 1/2 inch from the very top ledge of the lip down with your bracket. And then you want to mark the center point where you're going to mount into the well in those 2 places, and then we're going to go and drill those. So now you have to drill those 2 holes that you marked. You want to hold your bracket, or better yet, you may want to hold it with a clamp for drilling for greater safety. But in the very center of your bracket where you put your marks, you just want to drill those through. Usually have it supported by a block of wood underneath. So verify that all your brackets are going to need that same location of holes. Once you do that, you can actually use then the one bracket to line up with the other bracket so that you could then mark all of your brackets and then go and drill them out. So your brackets, the first bracket coming out from the wall, you basically want to be between 6 and 8 inches. We're going to be at about 7.5 inches here for this bracket. And again, you want the top to be 1/2 inch down from the top ledge of the well. And then what you want to do is when it's perpendicular with the well, you want to mark your holes that you're going to be drilling for fastening. And then since there'll be 5 going on this well, we're going to then, where we have the flat spot here at the very end, to get as close to the corner radius as possible, we'll be putting the second bracket there. We'll be putting the third bracket right up the very middle of the window well, and then the opposite side, and then we'll be measuring up 7.5 inches here. So now that you've marked your hole locations, we're going to be taking a 3/16 or 13/64 drill bit. That's a 1/64 inch bigger than 3/16, And we're going to drill one of these holes because we're going to show you the two different methods. Most homeowners are going to do a sheet metal screw because they don't own a pop rivet gun. But if you own a pop rivet gun, you could also mount these brackets with pop rivets. So we're going to drill the upper hole for now for the pop rivet hole with the 3/16 bit. And we're going to change over from that bit to if you're drilling a pilot hole for the supplied sheet metal screws, you use a 1/8 inch diameter drill bit. And then this will be for the sheet metal screw pilot hole. And then we're going to be switching from our bit, in this case, to a Phillips driver tip. And we will be securing the bracket. We'll start with that sheet metal screw. And as I suggested, there's an optional pop rivet method that you can use, 3/16 diameter aluminum pop rivets. And that's the other alternative for mounting. And then of course you move on to your other 4 brackets that you'll be mounting. Again, this goes as far to the flat spot as you can, getting as close to the corner, 1/2 inch down from the top, perpendicular to the top of the window well. Make your marks, and then we'll be drilling our holes. So now all 5 brackets have been mounted in place around the perimeter of the well. And now we'll go get our cover and remove the protective film. So the covers come with a protective film on them to keep them from getting scratched in shipping, etc., and while handling. And then you can take and remove the protective film. Peel back a corner, and you just strip both the front and back sides. Again, leave this protective film on until you ensure that each of your window well covers fits in case it has to be returned for any reason. So again, first you want to go around and perfectly put a dot in the exact location, and you have to be critically perfect with that. Then, using a 17/64 drill bit, which is 1/16 of an inch bigger than a 1/4 inch drill bit, now you want to drill your bracket mounting holes. We're now on the inside, and we're going to be putting the hitch pin clips into those hitch pins that we pushed in from the top. So tug down slightly to get to the tighter hole and place your hitch pin clip in. We'll do the next one just to kind of continue to demonstrate. Pull down slightly, get to the slightly tighter hole. Doesn't have to be muscle, and do your other 3. And once you do all 5 with those hitch pins, in case of an emergency, you just stick your finger in those clips, pull hard, and pull all 5 of them, push the cover off, get out quick in case of emergency.